Cool.
Hooray, let's go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a very special episode of character creation. We're doing a new campaign with, it's gonna be a little bit of special stuff. Let's see. How do we start this? So, hello, everyone. Welcome to our character creation for Hardcore Commoners, a 3.5 D&D campaign. And I'm with Rain and Jester here, and we're gonna make some characters today. How you two doing?
I'm doing well.
I'm pretty good.
Good. Alrighty. I'm gonna explain a bit about the campaign, the land that you'll be starting in, and what to expect out of the campaign. After that, we can get right into character creation. How's that sound to you?
Sounds pretty good.
Poggo.
Seems good.
Alrighty. Welcome chatters, welcome people. If you are watching this on YouTube, I hope you guys enjoy a little bit of, common like creation. Since the name of the series is going to be called Hardcore Commoners, they'll be choosing the commoner class, picking a couple cool skills that will help them survive life as a plebeian, plus a couple of homebrew 3.5 Hydalann special goodies, for the players to spice up their commoner life with. One being, they will technically be, I'm calling it the level 0 start to make things a tad bit interesting. The goal in the first part of the campaign is to survive with, barely any money, complete a couple life goals, objectives, dreams, or, aspirations, whatever. Doing so will grant them their first level. And if they make it there without dying, they'll be able to level up to level 1, gaining all the benefits of level 1 and plus the commoner class, basically combining the two. This means any HP and skills they choose will carry on as if it was combined. The commoner class does not take a level or will not count towards ECL when doing the experience. How's it sound to you?
Sounds pretty good.
Hell yeah. Okay. Among the rabble of weak individuals, you could say that these two commoners might be the most strong, the most knowledgeable, or skilled, depending on their choices, and much, much more. This is also the first time they're going to be seeing this part of the world in my campaign, and for you guys as well. As you guys can see here, we got a big old map. This is the two continents called Astron, which is at the top. It's this like brownish mountainous area, and Illyria, which is this bottom area, which is a bunch of little islands. Let's see, where was I? Rain and Jester will be starting on one of the two continents, very close to each other, and one of them being, Astron, that we were just talking about. It's a very hot and dry mountainous area, with landscapes that makes living pretty difficult. It has a couple of nations, such as the Draconic Dominion and the Exron Empire. Those are the main two factions that are prominent up there. To the north of that is the Hopeless Summit, where there's cool dragon lords who are up there just chilling, being dragon overlords. And that's kind of what they're doing up there.
Dragon lords. Spooky. Okay.
Yeah. If you have any questions about anything I'm saying, feel free to be like, stop.
How do you spell Illyria? I'm noting down stuff so that I can.
Illyria is spelled Illira.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Let's see. The other is the land of Illyria, which is split into multiple land masses with the different societies. The Shadow Peaks on the right is home to Scaly Kind, Lizardmen, Naga, Yanti, and like legendary snakes, and much more. Those would be. It's kind of like a dense jungle area with numerous rivers here and there. To the west of that is the elven land of Elistir. It's this one with the little capital building that's in the middle of the trees and shit. So this place. Oh, what? What's that?
So let me zoom in. Yup, I see it.
Hell yeah. They live on one of these areas. It's basically like magical forests. They have easy access to hard to obtain elven ingredients, otherwise impossible to gather in other areas of the world. And they have like a pretty good source there. Then to the south of that is the kingdom of Mana. This area, it's kind of like just read my notes. This is a mixed race kind of like kingdom, where you can kind of expect to find a little bit of everything, Yeah, good for raiding.
Good for raid.
Yeah. This is what you might expect to find in a fantasy anime, farmland and lush fields. It's generally a nice place to live, To the south of that, past the splitting summit, there is the clans of Oni. This is an interesting area full of Asia-like inspiration that you'll find in a book called The Oriental Adventures, if you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
Many smaller tribes, even palaces with entire towns governed by these spiritual overlords. Another interesting fact is that this area is the easiest way to access the spirit realms without, using complicated methods and spells, and, the veil between the ethereal spirit realm and the prime material is the thinnest over here.
I see.
And that is pretty much this part of the continent that you guys will mainly be focusing on until maybe get more money, a bit more powerful, more experience as, adventurers.
When will we go to the Evil Grove?
You want to go to the Evil Grove?
Yeah, why don't we go there?
Well,
what?
Let me tell you about the Evil Grove. The Evil Grove is basically my world's. You ever play Final Fantasy IX? Where
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, the force that turns you to stone. This is that.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Yeah. So there's like little like the trees and the vines and everything try to sap your strength, and if you lose strength enough, you just turn to stone.
I can't wait for you to go to the Deadlands in my world. It's gonna be so fun, yeah. That that reminds me of that. It's fucking rough, yeah.
But long ago, it is said that the two continents were as one. It is well known that something in the past happened that made the land split apart. Something so great as the gods breaking the continent in that nature, creating havoc everywhere, and ultimately leaving the world in disarray. causing almost a great reset. It is said that much magical technology was lost when the Great Calamity happened. Some rumors say it's due to powerful wizards wrecking the fabric of magic. Some speculate that many of the planes of existence all collided with one another, leaving only the strongest planes around. That one is a bit of a stretch, you know? Like, but, you know, really anyone casting Meteor now, that's a fairy tale, am I right?
So true.
Yeah. But, you know, there is plenty of people who say that, you know, the splitting of the land is from the gods dying in the past. And, you know, maybe a certain god who was in charge of the earth was supposed to keep it all together. But that is a problem for historians to wise over. It is now the year 684. You're going to love this, the Age of Shadows. This is before the time and exploration of the campaigns Twin Tales and Tales of Frostburn. War has been brewing. Evil of late has been expanding its influence. The aspects of the kingdoms here have darkened, and nights seem colder. Evil creatures emerge constantly, and through the lands there's talk of evil armies amassing to the south. The mountainous kingdoms to the north have dark clouds, and the elves have cut off much of their communications and trade. It has been a couple of years of unease. In one of these lands is where our two players will ultimately start out. And now, after all that, I'd like to know if you two want to choose a starting location first or create your character first. Or leave me up to, you know, drop you wherever I see fit.
You know what? I vote that we do neither and we roll a D whatever to start randomly in a location.
Ooh.
That is true. We could get the worst place of all time.
That, you know, that's how I would do it, and so it's only fair to make me suffer the way I make others suffer. It's okay. I'm a sadomasochist. We're good.
Okay. If you guys are both down with that, then let's do it.
You know what? Sure, why not?
Let's see. I'm gonna make rain just a tiny tad smaller. There you go. You're smaller. All
I'm
right.
tiny now.
Let's get a. I'm gonna scroll all the way down to my paper here, and then let's pick. Okay, number 1. The one is the worst, maybe.
Okay, wonderful.
Right, the Hopeless Summit.
Okay.
Oh, okay, all right.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Number 2, Draconic Dominion. Okay, number 3 will be the Exron Empire. Number 4, y'all starting in Uber. Wait, what?
Oh, you'll start in Uber hell.
Uber
Nice.
Hell. Oh. Yeah, Uber Hell. Let's see. We'll do number 4 as the Burning Desert. Could be desert people. Let's see. Wait, let me check my notes and see what I think this is like the Dragon's Tail. This is the big thing in the middle.
Okay.
Notes. Oh. Return to your maps. Go to Astron map. Burning Desert sounds like a nice start. Hell yeah. It's the best place to start. You could fry your eggs in like, you know, any spot.
In broad daylight, yeah.
Yeah. Fluffy was a peasant once and they took an arrow to the knee. Yeah. You also had a bard explode, literally, in this area once.
What
Sounds-
happened to them? Did they just spontaneously combust? What?
I think they tried throwing a magic item that was like a grenade, and they killed themselves because they rolled a 1.
Oh. No.
Wonderful.
It was pretty funny.
Sounds like it.
You just realize
Yeah, I'm
the
trying-
deck of you have the deck of crits. Yeah, it's my favorite.
I thought you were gonna say the deck of many things, and I was like, oh god, that's a hell of a starting item.
So the middle spot right here is called the Dragon's Tail, the spine of the world. Okay, where is... Okay, so I'll put that as number 5. Dragon's Tail. Love it. Number 6. Kingdom of Mana. Number 7. Let's see. If you see any spots that you're like, oh, that'd be really funny, call it out.
You know, I do think one should be right on the edge of the evil grove.
Okay.
Like right here. Right
of
between the clan of
evil.
Oni and evil.
Evil Grove. It funny. Okay.
One should be the ocean. Dead ass,
ocean?
like fucking cast away. Yeah, like, you know, we were moving here, but then the dragon sunk the ship, and we're one of like a handful of survivors on like a barge.
Okay. All right. I like it. Clans of the Oni. Okay, we're at number 10 already.
You need 12 to make it. One should be in the Elven lands, I suppose, but like, I don't know, like right here.
Okay. And then Elven Lands. Okay, 11.
Jester, you pick 12. This is the last one, Jester. Make it good. Where do you wanna where do you wanna add to the spawn locations? Where are we dropping, Twin?
Yeah, where are we dropping?
You know, that's a good question. What is... Can you guys see my, like, cursor? How do I, like, ping on this map?
Oh, if you hold,
just hold
the
left
left click. Tisk 22.
Whatever
you're
this area
welcome.
is.
Oh, that area. Yeah, let me see.
There's nothing there. It's just...
Uninhabited forest, yeah.
Yo, cool thing. Mystery Island. If you land there, I make it the fuck up.
Wonderful. That's my
Mystery
favorite
Island.
part.
Really.
All right. Someone. So on the left there is a bar. It's like there's like a hand, and all the way at the bottom of that, or somewhat at the bottom, there's like dice. You can roll dice there if you guys want. Give me a 1d12. Okay, number 5. Oh, nice. So chat, they got a 5 on the dice. They got the dragon's tail.
That's
So-
one off of Grove of Evil.
Yeah.
We're so close to dying session 1. man.
So you guys will likely be in one of the harbor towns, doing something there. I don't know. Trying to get the fuck off? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll be that'll be your starting location. I'll decide which side or which town. Nice, that's a good
Okey-dokey,
start.
Sounds good. We live in fantasy Australia.
Fantasy Australia.
hmm I'm finally out of the streets of fantasy Detroit chat. This is looking up.
Hell yeah. Okay. So with that being said, all right. An important choice in this, since you are commoners, being in a city is expensive. Housing is pretty pricey. I guess that doesn't really matter because none of these are cities. Rent is expensive. If you're living inside the comforts of protection of the city, you know, it'll be more expensive. So you'll likely be in the slums or in a poor district. But there are plenty of odd jobs willing to pay. Lots of wealthy people in the inner city and opportunities to be had, whether, you know, it be legal or illegal. Living in a town, there'll be some protection, you know, the walls, taverns, and, you know, but this is like the middle of all the options. It'll be pretty rare to find a magic shop in one of these places, and people are generally more welcome compared to like a city. And next, you will have a village or a hamlet. This is the cheapest place to live. You could even say the easiest lifestyle-wise. You know, less rules, security compared to the big city, but with the least amount of jobs, and you'll have to be quite crafty to make money here. And everyone will know who you are. You know, it's pretty safe to say that everyone has a stake to keep an eye out for each other. Unlike, you know, city life. City life, especially in the slums, can be cruel and unforgiving. These are some of the things to think about with your commoner and their upbringing, and, you know, maybe what will define your character. Damn, hope they don't get hit with the taxes. Yeah, Fluffy's a city guard. We'll make him a guard one day. Meg says good luck on your characters.
Oh, thank you. I'll need it.
Thank you, bro.
So let's do, I'm gonna create you some characters here. Some little character sheets. Okay, edit. We'll do Reign of Spades. That's okay, Reign of Spades. And Reign of Spades. There you go. You guys can do that. And then this one, edit, lovable jester. Lovable jester. There you go. Okay. I have given you access to a couple, or, well, one character sheet so far. If you need more, you know, that'll be very interesting to do. All right, so we have your character sheets. Do you guys want to start off with rolling a couple stats, or we could do point buy? We got a couple methods here.
Okay, so hypothetically, my build is the worst thing I've ever constructed, and I don't know how I'm gonna pull it off. So to make this more atrocious for myself, I'm actively going to roll for stats.
Okay.
So that I might be able to play the game, or I might just immediately die. That makes it more fun.
All right, well, I'm gonna let you know that it's gonna be rough.
Yeah.
It's most likely going to be like 3d6 -1 because you're commoners.
Yup. That's about what I expected.
So
What the?
option 1, there is the hardcore method. There is no rearranging. Whatever you get goes into the stat, and then your next roll will go into the dex. The next roll go into con. We could do it that way. Or we could do semi-random. You roll your stats, and then you could rearrange them all. And then there is the pot of luck. This is, we all roll 6 stats, and you get to pick one out of the 3 sets of stats. And then there's the point buy.
Okay.
What do you think?
We're doing, Jesse, you get to pick this one. Which one are we doing?
And that's a good question. I do like the pot of luck idea.
Pot of luck?
I agree. Sure, yup.
Okay. So we're gonna all roll 6 sets of 3d6. Or, well, 3d6 6 times for each of us. So, Rain, if you want to start yourself off, you could roll 3d6 6 times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's actually not horrible. That's like probably
Actually-
better than I would have gotten with point buy, because that's one ridiculously high stat for a peasant, and then pretty average across the board with 1 dump stat. That's like actually normal ass character.
Yeah.
That's like Sebastian's starting stats, actually. I'm looking at it.
All right. With all those, I'll think about it. All right, so add that. Where are we going to add that? I'll put it on a...
I'll type in Discord, I suppose.
Okay.
So that's 8, 13, 12, 16. Oh, wait, no.
So
12 first,
cruel.
then 1, 2, 11, and then 12.
Okay.
There you go.
Cool. Now, Jester, if you want to do your honors.
I think this is how I do it. Okay. Now
Yeah.
watch me get 3 ones.
3 1s would be insane.
Wait.
Yeah,
I
that's
missed one.
6.
Hold on. Okay.
1,
8, 10, 10, 10, 8, 13.
3 10s and 2
Yeah.
8s. That's a peasant, all right.
Yeah, that's a peasant.
Mhm. I'm gonna be mad if the peasant is actually better than Sebastian, which is a very real possibility at this rate.
By the time you reach level 1, maybe.
That's what I'm saying, unironically.
Okay. 3d6. Here we go. Okay, there we go. 6, 6, 9, 13, 11, 9.
Ooh, that's a bad peasant.
Yeah, that one's pretty bad.
Mhm.
It looks like your 2 rolls are probably the best ones.
Probably.
Yeah.
One second. Let me get down
Let's see, you
mine
guys
quick.
want the 6, you know?
Unfortunately, in my vast knowledge of cheesy builds, I really don't think there's an idiot Savant equivalent in D&D 3.5.
Ooh. So true.
If there
Bestie.
was, I would actually take it because that sounds really funny. But I don't think the closest thing I know of is an orc exclusive feat and a half orc exclusive feat that allows you to swap charisma for strength if your charisma is low enough.
Oh, yeah.
Where that's the closest thing to a like idiot savant perk that I think it exists in 3.5. I mean, I guess also you could be an orc factotum. That
Yeah.
would be an intriguing build where you would only need strength and int, and everything else could be a dump stat. But
Everything else doesn't matter. Rage on the ones. Yeah. All right. Well, you guys get to choose which set you guys want.
Chester, how do we fight to the death for mine? Or are you gonna be kind and let me have mine?
I'll let you have that. I'm not gonna steal that from you. I'll
Aw, you're
take my
so
3
kind to me.
10s.
Okay, yeah, so I'll take mine, and Chester will take hers, I suppose.
Okay. Now, on the character sheets, there is a nice little spot to place all those. That'll be in the base. So you can change the base of the ability scores in the stats section.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Cool.
Where-
Cool.
Is my character sheet?
Oh,
Oh, that's the wrong page. Nope, that's the jukebox.
yeah, if you go to the journal, there should be a character section.
Character. NPC.
Should be right at the
skills,
top.
Manuals.
Right at the top.
Oh, there it is. Boom. Nice.
Trying to think what I should put these into.
I might just keep them the exact way they are, to be honest.
Just wait on it later, sort of thing, I guess.
No, you got put it in gesturing. Okay, so base would be strength is, you know what, yeah. I'm dumping strength. I'm keeping them pretty much where they are. The only thing I'm going to switch is I'm going to put 13 into wisdom.
Okay.
And pretty much everything else is going to be identical. So 13, 16 will go into int. I'll pop yep, there I said everything else just stays where it goes.
So
pretty much.
cruel. Yeah, it's a good thing they're married.
Yup.
Let's see. All right, so we've done stats. We've, rolled them. You can switch around the stats whenever you guys want. Step number 2, if you guys are ready, would be picking a race.
Okay.
Pick a race, and I'm sure, both of you guys have had ideas of what you guys might want so far, and maybe you guys can tell me what you've been thinking of taking.
Okay. Hear me out.
Okay.
So
Hearing.
technically, right, our peasant makes us be a hit die 0 creature, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Therefore, I should be able to apply a template if we assume every X value equals 0 and the template's borderline useless upon the time of taking it. In theory.
Wait, explain that a little bit more?
Okay, so the thing is, some templates like half A or whatever, they scale off your hit die, right? But because peasant would have not count as being a real hit die, that means I'd start with a template, right?
Mm-hmm.
But everything would immediately be scaled to 0, meaning it's like about a third as valuable as if someone actually at level 1 took it. Because all the X per day abilities would be 0. The spell resist would also be 0.
Mm.
Oh, So then that's my argument for why you should let me be a Fenric Illumin. I'll send you both. Fenric is a template in 3.5, which essentially just means they're psychic. But with being 0 hit die, that means they'd get 0 psi-like abilities per day. And
yeah, you won't get until you actually reach level 1.
yeah, so I would essentially, it would be starting with I get 1 power point, and then my some stat boost, and then the power resistance is hit dice plus 10, which I think one could very easily argue that you know, if we're setting all values to 0 at the start, equals 0 because I don't have a hit die yet.
Right.
So that's my argument for why I should be allowed to have this. Also, it'll be funny because I'll never see a level. That's the Fenric creature template. And then the Illumin is Illumin. Ironically, the same, kind of. Being a level 0 actually kind of just kills the race outright. But that's okay. From Races of Destiny, they're like the word human. They're the one that I stole the ability from for Sebastian that I'm like, wow, I need to retrain that crystal power because it's actually garbage for his build.
Okay.
They just, yeah. So the funny thing is, they'd be, because at level 1 is when they get their first racial ability, then it levels up to being level 2, which means technically I just don't have a race. I'm just a guy right
Just
now.
a guy, yeah. I mean, you literally are just a guy.
That's the funny part. I'm Dr. Potential himself, you know, born with psychic
Dr.
power.
Potential. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
like born with psychic powers, born as a rare substrate of human. But because I'm level 0, none of the powers have manifested at
Yeah.
all.
All right. I'm down with it.
Nice, nice. So do I get the stat boost at level 0 from the template and 1 psi point, and then we're agreeing that I get nothing else?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay, cool. I'm writing down in racial ability 1 psi point. That's actually dead ass it because yeah, no, like I said, dead ass Illumin is expecting you to start at level 1 because you get abilities at level 1 and it specifies, meaning by wording, I actually have no race right now. Like I'm just I don't get anything until level 1.
Damn.
Okay, so that does mean I get I close my own page. Gotta love that. Okay. Yeah, dead ass. This person is quite arguably better than Sebastian upon reaching level 1. You know.
You just
Which
got
is
more
kinda-
nicks and knacks for Sebastian. You know, you got
Yeah,
lots of
yeah,
nicks and
yeah.
knacks.
That's true. You know, bro really needs a retrain. I was looking at his character sheet earlier, and I'm like, what was I doing? I really wish I remember. It's from 6 months.
You know, like something to do with undead.
Yeah, I remember I have like 3 pet projects. I'm like, wow, he's never gonna have enough money for any of this. I think was my thought. Because I was like, yeah, unfortunately I picked 3 very money intensive things, but like
Yeah.
with no way of getting money. Yeah, because you know, like there's certain ways you can cheese it. You know, like if you had picked a mercantile background or something for him, perhaps that would have been better for him. But you know,
Right.
kind of is what it is at a certain point. I don't mind, obviously, but I think it is funny to point out that this peasant has more life prospects than he does.
I mean, Sebastian is a doctor.
I know that that's all he's got going. He has a PhD that, by lore, they wrote under the assumption that the tower is going to be a college one day. Technically, they didn't finish his doctorate.
All right. Yeah, so you can start putting that in. What about you, Jester?
I should send something in the chat.
I sent in Fairy. I love them.
You're actually going
I'm probably
with
not gonna
Fairy.
do the ECL 3 thing because I don't want to level up once per sometimes. Because all you get for that, for the +3 like level adjustment, is just like 1 second. They mark the ones that give you that. Damage,
The demonic
rejection,
abilities?
5 magic. Yeah, the demonic ability stuff.
Yeah, you get 4 of those special abilities, it says.
Yeah. 1 second. Where did I note it?
Yeah,
down?
you get elven traits, and then on top of that, you get there's CR2 apparently. Is there a fairy template? Fairy.
If I have to choose a different thing, that's fine. I was looking at PCL 0 stuff earlier.
Apparently, I do get one thing for I get a debuff for being an Illumin, actually, because the only thing that's referenced for that doesn't say at level 1
Yeah.
is the one where you become immune to runes of like lower level than you. Problem. I'm level 0, and level runes that are higher level than you get a -4 penalty on your saving throw. So, wonderful.
I might allow that to bypass it just for racial sake, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're just saying Illumins get nothing to level 1. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So let's see. If you want to take Fairy and then just like give yourself alternate form, that could be free. I'd give that for like a 0.
So only just that. Okay.
Yeah.
Second.
And then like maybe you have like your like elven traits of like +2 versus enchantments or whatever.
What? Let me copy and paste this real quick.
Illumina are pretty silly.
Yeah, they really are, honestly. They're like, so they made a multi-class race, is literally what they described it as the people were complaining, hey guys, we only have human with a favored class any. They're like, how can we make something that's good at multi-classing that's not super specific to one multi-class? And that's how the Illumin was born. Which is why it has stuff like at level 1 you get one thing, and at level 2 you get a second thing, because the build theoretically is level 1 you take one class, level 2 you take your second class.
Yeah.
It's a good thing though, because the one thing I do get from my race is I always know how to read, and that's actually it. One side point, and I can read.
One side point.
Yep, one side point, and yeah, no, that's really it. One side point, and
I put into chat, that's what you get, Jester.
literacy.
Being illiterate is a strong power. Yeah, especially you know, being commoners.
You know, that's, yeah, it's crazy that racially I have the ability. My eyes put put words together in brain. Yeah, no, it's actually crazy to me that it's funny to me. This is one of the reasons I wanted to do this, because, you know, they expect you to start at level 1. Yeah. So there's like all this cool shit you're supposed to get. And then it's like, since you're level 0, though, you get nothing. You get the ability to read and one language. I'm sure the fact that I speak Illumin will come up many a times in this campaign.
Oh, surely.
Yeah, you know, everyone might as well be common out here, you know.
Yeah.
I essentially speak Latin, which is even crazier for a peasant. Unironically.
The Latin commoner.
Mhm. Since I have
Uh,
18 in, that does mean I technically get 4 bonus languages, yeah.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
What's a realistic language that a peasant would have learned? So I'm not just ass pulling this. I mean, like maybe Draconic because enough people might speak it around here.
Yeah,
That,
I
like,
think Draconic
yeah.
would be pretty normal. For the literal home of dragons.
Okay.
Or the homeland of dragons.
Interesting.
Do I also speak that, or am I a chud?
How much int do you have?
Dude, I have like. So I dumped. No, I didn't. I have 12.
You have 12. You can have 1 + 1.
2 languages.
Yeah, common
Wait, please.
and 1 other language.
Please tell me that Fairy have a common as a default language.
Yeah, that's a good question. Let's see.
If not, that's gonna be your 1 + 1, I'd imagine.
I don't think it shows it on this whatever this site is, but I would imagine because they're native outsiders, you could probably learn either like a demon language tongue or Elven because of your Elven heritage. So you get to pick one of those.
Demon language. I think it'd be funny if I'm a fairy and I can't fucking speak an Elven language. Just 1 second.
That or like you literally just speak Draconic as well because of like just the being a commoner and the only nearby place is like the Dragonland up close or up north or and then the Kingdom Mana is like to the south, so
To my other 3 languages.
Trying to find. Okay, common, Elven, and Abyssal. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, you found. I was looking it up too.
Let's see what might be normal. Maybe Dwarven, Gnomish would be pretty easy to learn. Halfling would be pretty easy to learn. Orcish could be pretty easy to learn. Like, you might get like those type of people traveling up and down the spine of the world or the dragon's tail.
Yeah, I'll grab Orcish and I'll grab Elven. And then I get 1 more because I have Draconic, Orcish, Elven. Because there's that Elven Kingdom. That's like the kind of rarer one, but like I assume there's some need for translators. And if I have a mundane ass job with this stat array, it's probably something like that. Where like, because that was a big thing back in the day, actually. If you spoke like more languages and were literate, that was like a big paying job in like medieval societies because they wanted to have it so that like messages needed to be sent ASAP, between different places. So they need someone who could just sit down and write all day.
That's true. Especially if you knew how to read and write. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. That one racial trait coming in clutch. Level 0 literacy, boys. I can't wait to take 5 years of downtime to settle my mortgage. Being a translator.
1 year later, it's like, so you guys have 5 copper still.
Yup. Mm-hmm. but the mortgage is paid finally. It's great. It's now we make profit.
We finally have a home. We own our own home.
It's crazy. I don't know. It would be another good language for like what's would there be elemental beings around? Oh wait, the Japanese equivalent from the Oriental book. That'd probably be a useful skill if I am being a translator. You know, like Draconic, Elven, Common, and God. What do they speak? Okay,
Yeah.
Oriental Adventures. Come to
Oriental
me.
Adventures. Let's see if there's any specific languages out there. Do.
Oh, I pulled up the AD&D Oriental Adventures. I'm like, huh, that's really not the 3.5 art style at all.
I didn't actually know they had Oriental Adventure for second edition. Yo, thank you for the tier 1s. I hope you guys enjoy your tier your gifties. Thank you.
You know, how common are the monkey people? They have a language.
Let's see, monkey people. Are they the spirit folk or the Venera?
No, the Venera are literally sentient apes who are like connected to the spirits and the rivers.
Monkey-like humanoids possessing brave hearts and inquisitive minds. Picking items up, examining them. What relations to humans, admiring them and respecting their power. Venera lands. They dwell deep in forests and high mountains, building their villages and towns. Yeah, it sounds like they would be around here. Or they'd be down there in the probably in this Splitting Summit.
Huh, okay. Yeah, because all the other guys are like the Hengo Yokai are all like they speak their own language. However, it is written in the common dialect specifically, regardless of animal type. And so it's like, and then similarly, it says the same thing for like the rat guys. That like it has its own script and it has like a language that's like really hard for non-rat people to speak it, but they usually learn how to speak common or Rokugani or whatever. And the spirit folk, it also says they have their own tongue, but guess what, they write in common. So literally the monkey guys are the only ones with their own written language, which is written in the common script. However, people often complain about it.
Yeah.
God. Okay.
The landlord arc. Yeah. You get to be managing 10 different houses, taxing people, getting their money, dealing with their niche problems.
I would be so down for that.
My lord, my light bulb, my magic bulb, it's not working. I need it replaced.
Try plugging it in. Again, the Hengo Yokai, actually, I'm realizing I misread that horribly, and they're a better thing, because the monkey guys still write in common, it's saying. So the thing is, the Hengo Yokai is a universal language between all animal subspecies of the Hengo Yokai. So it has an actual script of its own.
Okay.
So that's my last language.
You want the Hengo Yokai language?
Yup. There we go. Those are my 6 languages.
All right. Well, so you guys got your race figured out. Do you have any other questions, Jester? So I'm not leaving you in the dark.
I am good.
Okay.
I'm just writing down all the stat stuff on a separate thingy real quick. I think I should be good though.
Okay.
Hooray.
Okay. Step 3. You guys get to pick a class. Well, pick is a strong word. You get to pick your commoner class.
Wonderful, wonderful. So those the NPC classes.
It is literally the NPC class.
Okay, nice, nice.
So I will send you this one. You guys can take a quick look at it. It has a huge 1d4 HP. It gets 2 plus your int modifier. We're gonna
It's
lower
4
that
or
to
no?
a ×2.
Okay, that's that. Yeah, that's reasonable.
Because basically how this is gonna work, when you hit level 1, you're gonna get the whatever class you pick, and you're gonna get the ×4 again.
Okay. Yes, that's reasonable then. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so it's gonna be rough at the beginning, but it'll pay off once you get to level 1.
I'll be able to buy so many skill tricks at level 1, and by that I mean 1 because of 1 rounded up is 1.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good shout. Let me look at the skill tricks. Wow. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So you guys
All
get
the expense.
automatically 4 HP and then plus your Constitution, and you could put that in your HP.
5.
Landlord and beggar. Yeah. If you want to be a beggar, you need a feat for that in skill.
Yeah, you actually do, which is really funny, and yeah.
I think I would imagine that's like a skill, like that's probably a profession or something.
I don't
like
think
perform.
I dead ass think you need a feat to be a beggar, which is crazy. Because like a lot of the professions have you can make X amount of gold by doing X,
Yeah.
or whatever, right? I don't think there is one for beggar. There's some weird and exotic ones like pilot, and yeah, like pilot, and also like executioner is another profession that's a bit weird. That's like actually written into words. But like I think the closest is gambling. And then with the gambler profession, there's also there's a feat that like essentially you're a husker, which is like a kind of bard, but not really.
Okay.
And it lets you essentially beg for money. I'm pretty sure that is a feat that does exist actually, where like it pretty much says you can go into towns and through means procure X amount of gold based off of certain skills, I believe.
Oh,
which is
silly.
crazy. Yeah, which is crazy because it's you literally need a feat to be a beggar.
Yeah. All right. So we will. I don't even think with the commoner class, I don't think you get any saves.
You don't.
So
or BAB.
Yep. You don't get
Yeah.
BAB saves, so it's really easy. And you guys get to pick one simple weapon to be proficient with.
Nice. Go right this year that I have 12 skill points. I'll figure out to do with them later. I think the meta strategy, unironically, is because some of the skill tricks only require you to have 5 ranks in them, which means technically I could just barely afford 1. I could squeeze 1 skill trick in here.
Oof.
So I'm gonna look into that later.
Yeah.
Because that's actually like a, a bit of the.
So the skill point stuff is the
It's your int mod plus 2 times 2.
times
So
two.
that's why, because mine's 18 with the racial bonus.
Cool. Cool. All right. I get a humble. Second. I think I get 6 skill points.
6 skill
Marvelous.
points. Okay. Alrighty. One thing to think about: if you have 0 ranks in craft or profession, you'll only be able to make a maximum, like on average, like 1 silver piece per day.
Yeah.
It'll be very rough. But if you put at least 1 point into a craft or a profession, there'll be much better chances to make money, like downtime doing your profession.
Okay.
And if you don't do like any of like the crafting or profession, like maybe you don't care about it, there's gonna be more ways to make money. It's just like
It's not easy though. It's not. I go to my day job.
yeah. And I know like I know like I definitely want to make it very clear that you guys aren't heroes, like it's gonna be rough at first.
Yup. Should I be Death from Puss in Boots? Should I take Sickle as my simple weapon? The minus fucking. Oh, wait, no, never. They're light weapons. I mean, technically, dual wielding them would actually only incur a -4 penalty without the feat because it's light-handed in both, which decreases the one thing. The penalty for dual attacking. I'd only be rolling a d20 -4 to hit. Oh, never mind. It's a melee weapon, so actually I'd be rolling at a -5.
Wait, for what?
For attacking with a sickle within both hands.
Oh.
Because if you don't have the feat, it's like a -8 and a -10. But it is reduced by if both of them are light weapons, or your offhanded weapon is a light weapon. I believe it's if both of them are light weapons, it's reduced by 2 or 4 or something like that, like 2 to your first and whatever. I was doing the math because Sasha's whole thing is like dual wielding shields. So it was like if you have 2 light shields and the dual wielding feat, it goes down to only like a -2 penalty.
Yeah, it's
But,
pretty
like,
bad when you don't have the feat for dual for 2 weapon fighting.
Yeah. Yeah,
Otherwise, that's pretty much your class picked out. We can talk more about skills because I don't want you to go too ahead because there's gonna be more. There's gonna be more stuff.
Oh, okay.
All right, step 4. This one's gonna be a bit more interesting. I'm gonna send you. I think. All right. All right. So this is where it might help you out for your character creation. Step 4 is called character backgrounds. This isn't going to be like, oh, my background, because this isn't saying like, oh, you have to be this way. This is going to represent maybe a goal that you want to work towards. or anything like of the above. But mainly, this is going to be bonuses for you guys. So basically how this works, if we're looking at, say, the first box, like the academic magic stuff, and it says, or wait, magic background? Yeah, we'll do like spell research as an example. One of the feats there is spell mastery, or the skills there is spellcraft, no arcana, concentration, extra spells in the spell book. And what I'll do, you could pick one of these backgrounds, and you will learn. You could pick one of the skills to be a class skill automatically, and anything like the feats and any of the feats that I will reward them to you based on how close you are to achieving the goal of, getting this background. If that makes
Okay.
sense. So
Yeah.
things like, concentration, or no knowledge planes. Maybe there's like a moment RP wise that, you're learning more about, I don't know, knowledge or just the world in general. And you're getting further along and becoming a abjuration wizard teacher, or, something to deal with however the story goes. I will award your background goodies as little extras. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking at it, and I'm seeing the alertness feat, and there's just like, the visceral reaction every time I see it on a stat block, and I'm like, it's only there because it starts with an A. It's not a good feat. Why does every monster have it ever? And I'm like, damn, do I pick one that has the alertness feat just to be funny? Just for just for the clip of when I hear you get the alertness feat?
Your reward is you are alert. Your whole life you've been constantly on guard.
I have paranoia. Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah, so let me know if you have any questions about that, and you can pick one now and just let me know. And then if you want to switch it later, before our first session, or if you change your, I guess, goals, let me know.
Okay.
As a commoner wizard, you get the quarterstaff, literally 1/4 of a staff.
Perfect. That's wild. Serial killer class be your assassin class. Yeah, I this is the thing. I do think my alignment is going to be neutral evil. I joked about it back in the day, but I was like, for this build to actually work, like I hard need to be neutral evil to take at level 1. So like I'm kind of looking at the somewhat fucked up ones. Like ain't gonna lie. Like
Always going towards evil. It's too easy to be evil now. It's so easy to pick something for the good classes. It's always the evil guys who get the cool stuff.
It really is, which is really unfortunate because this is the problem. I will talk briefly about the concept for the build. So I was thinking, having level 1 of commoner is really funny and would really help with the major drawbacks of being a multi-class caster. a little bit extra health, a little bit extra skill points to throw at the like weirdly niche requirements for the prestige classes you have to go into, so on and so forth. The problem is, I want to hit the legendary, assuming we get to level 20, which is a big assumption, but you know,
Yeah.
assuming we get there, I want to be the legendary quad 9 caster.
Quad 9 caster.
Yeah. And this is the problem that I kept realizing back when I was doing this. I can get 3 9s and an 8 with builds that are good,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't get 4 9s. One would always be stuck at an 8. The only way I can do it is by going into Priest Prestige class, because it's the only divine casting class that has doubled spell growth. So I'm stuck needing to be evil. And then the problem is, if I want to go into incarnate at all and not be a totemist, I would need to also be neutral, because I would need to be extreme in one of the 4 directions. I would need to either be chaotic neutral, which chaotic neutral is like the most boring one. Lawful neutral, which would generally be where I'd put myself more on like an IRL standing point. You know, like that's like the pretty basic one. Neutral good or neutral evil. So unfortunately, the evil guys get all the cool things. And being forced to work a 9 to 5 made me go crazy, I guess, is the canon lore.
You obtained a sight and it made you go crazy.
I know. Unfortunately, yeah, I gained the ability to read. It was beamed directly into my head upon hitting maturity, which was a weird experience. Then I read books, and books taught me that nihilism is the only way to live. I was reading fucking God, what's his name? I'm actually very into philosophy, so the fact I'm forgetting his name is really sad. Oh, that one German philosopher.
I don't know philosophy at all.
Oh yeah, Friedrich. Friedrich Nietzsche. I can't say his last name, which is really sad because I'm just looking at it for the first time. So despite actually speaking German to an extent, I'm like, I don't want to slaughter that, and it's sad that I forgot his name. But yeah, no, unfortunately, the first book I ever read was, his philosophy. Yeah, thank you, X. Yeah, unfortunately, it was his philosophy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, unfortunately, nihilism is the true meaning of life. Very sad. I'm looking at this. It's interesting. A part of me is tempted to go for magic one for like inevitable casting. Another gives me one is I'm like really tempted to get into a profession one. Like one of the ones where it's like, yes, to actually do something that makes sense for the character, where it's like, yeah, diplomacy job.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
But is that like something that like your character wants to do his whole life? You know, it's like this is something like usually like the backgrounds are something who's like for someone who's established, you know?
True.
So keep that in mind when, you know, looking at these. It's definitely for people. It's like, oh, you know, this is what I want to do when I grow up, you know, stuff like that.
I see.
Holy Yeppa. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
What are you thinking, Jester? What are you looking at so far?
I'm messing with my old skill things. I think I'm just gonna put one into everything for climb, jump, and swim, so that I just have that, and so I don't explode. I'm gonna put at least probably one into craft and one. into profession. I just grabbed survival as the one skill thing for the military background.
Okay.
So we can forage in frolic, I guess. More easier. It's big thunkage right now. I think I might craft.
Have to have at least have one player character to be a noble. The party needs a sugar daddy mommy.
True.
True. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like dead ass. I'm either tempted to go for like the diplomacy landlord thing. I'm stuck between 3. Wandering minstrel, because me and Jester had a funny idea last night where it was like, you know, if I was like, damn, it's actually impossible to do quadcaster or whatever. My thought was I'll just be an idol because we both Grobnar was OP as heck in Neverwinter Nights. His cursed ass song. And I know Bard is way worse on table, but it also has way more options on table.
Oh
There
yeah.
surely must be a way to be evil ass Bard. So I've been very strongly considering being an Angels of Delusion from ZZZ-esque idol.
Oh boy.
So Wandering Minstrel is kind of a silly one, but I see the alertness, which once again, one day grabbing that would be really fucking funny. Yeah, so I'm stuck between Wandering Minstrel, one of the criminal ones, like
Okay.
or one of the political ones where like, yeah, the plan would be, or like I suppose like broker or negotiator would work pretty well
Yeah.
at a certain point, because like I said, the whole because like what I'm thinking for job modernly is something along the lines of, yeah, like a translator or something, like some high paying job but that's kind of niche, because you're not going to need a translator every day is my thought, right? But like when you get it, it's probably a pretty big commission, you know. You're probably being like, well, you know, you need this message sent tomorrow, that means I need to do 12 drafts in one night. That's gonna be like 20 gold, dude. But like you're only seeing that work, you know, like maybe once a month, probably.
Right.
It's like that's kind of my thought, because that's like the current job. Idol would be really funny. I would, especially if I am evil and fucked up. It's really the story of don't meet your heroes.
Don't meet
Local celebrity turns out to be serial killer.
It's like that one anime. Oshinoko.
Oh yeah.
Drop historian, that's why you go to the ruins to look for lost knowledge. Yeah. Do you play 3.5 Holy Alpa? Have you looked at backgrounds yet, Jester?
Yeah, I was thinking of doing the military background one.
Oh shit. Okay. Stopped 10 years ago to play D&D. Ah. Tanya the Evil, Violet Evergarden.
Yeah, no, we're dead ass considering our last name to be Evergarden too. Unironically. I was like,
Yeah, I wasn't sure for the names for the little D&D characters.
You got to think about it, bro. That's up to you.
I'm locked on to my character's name as Trisket in
Oh, okay. That's gonna be an intriguing introduction. Hey, this is my wife, Trisket.
It's not a bad name, but I really need to stop naming my characters after food. Like-
What kind of food was Boing Boing?
A flower. Those are her two go-tos: naming a character
It's-
after a flower, or naming it after a food object.
Yeah.
That's what Stilby was doing.
Oh yeah, no, she was very into the fact that Stilby's name was a Stilby.
Wait, Jester was?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah, you could pick one now as well, and then you could change it later if you're not too sure.
I saw one that stuck out to me, and I was like, "That's it." And now I'm looking through, and I don't see which one it is anymore. And I'm like, "Nice." Do.
Let's see, Mr. Rain of Spades. Okay. Superior literacy. That's what it was called, huh?
That is what it is called, and I am so happy that that's what it's called. my racial abilities at level 0 is 1 psi point, which means technically I can become psionically focused, and also is supreme literacy.
It's funny.
The problem is I'm looking at like assassination would be really fucking funny too, but like especially because you get rep for it in theory, but it's also like how's improved critical ever gonna be useful? It's not. So like, I think
If you guys use cards, you don't have to ever, roll the crit die.
Yeah, true. I have to because it's fucking funny. I have to do Wandering Minstrel.
Okay,
I
sounds
did
good.
specifically to be an idol because like I said my plan right now. I don't know. Perhaps it's like more of a writer thing. I don't know because I said my thing is I'm evil and fucked up. Like, I need to be. That's like the unfortunate reality of my life. And so, the other one I was thinking about is there's one that said eventually like magic item that assists in carrying, and I was like, oh, it's also something that the character would be into, but I couldn't find it again, so I was like, whatever. Wandering Minstrel's too funny to pass up. Oh, it's like, oh yeah, it was broker or whatever, which would have made sense, but that's fine.
Zombieland Saga is real. I kind of already did something like that. That was my first campaign.
That's funny.
Just like, it's a dead land. We had the taint rules.
Oh, nice. I like those. They're underutilized to some extent. I see why, because they're like really hard to just shove into a campaign at certain points because there's like limited use cases for them, but like they're really cool.
Oh yeah. I love some of the monsters in the Heroes of Horror. I think that's where it's from.
Oh yeah, I adore them quite a lot actually.
Yeah.
It's all my favorite books. Yeah, the fact that the feats for it are alertness and endurance is really funny to me. I'm gonna love getting alertness at some point. I have to do it for the bit is the thing, because like I said, Proker is very, very tempting. Because it says Bard too, so I could. Maybe I have to do no, because it doesn't have performance. So how am I gonna be an idol without proficiency in performance? Doesn't
True.
make any sense. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm tempted for it, but like I said, it's Investigator 3.5. I think both of its feats are also just very simple. Gain +2 to 2 skills. Yeah, Investigator is to search and gather, and then Persuasive. Persuasive makes more sense for an idol at that point.
Yeah.
And it's also more generally useful ability. Oh, never mind. Persuasive's only bluff and intimidate. Why is it not diplomacy?
Bluff and intimidate.
Yeah, Persuasive's +2 to bluff checks and intimidate, not actually diplomacy. So that's
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
sure,
I see what they're
man.
thinking there, but yeah.
Yeah, so in that case, it kind of has to go for a Wandering Minstrel. I mean, Endurance at least has some limited use cases, and I can get Performance as the class skill. So, sure, that's what I'm taking. Performance as class skill. I'll write down in my class abilities, Prof, Light, and Performance.
Hell
And then
yeah.
I will put in the thing. I'm putting Idle. Yeah. Boom.
Idol. Love it. Biscuit cake, the backer you can trust. Alrighty. So that was step 4. There's 5 more steps, by the way.
Okay, I'm down for it. I'm down.
We've already kind of done skills, so
We've done adjacent to skills. We looked at our skill points and said,
yeah. Yeah. Feats, traits, and or flaws. You guys can pick 2 flaws for 2 feats. You can pick a trait. And you can also choose 1 feat. And it has to be non-combat, non-magic.
Non-combat, non-magic. If we take a flaw, can it be combat or magic?
Yes.
Noted.
Sort of.
Okay. Can I take that one? It's a canon written. It's very funny. The answer to this should be no. I'm letting you know, by the way. But if it's not, it would be really funny. Remember when I showed you that one dragon magazine that had the peasant flaws? And one of them is you have a pet, and if you ever lose the pet or it ever dies, it turns into Orcus and flays you alive. And then it gives the warning of warning might kill you. the flame might result in your death. Yeah, no, Dragon Magazine, there's suggested peasant feats.
Oh.
Or suggested peasant flaws, even. And one of them is that you have a pet that takes away from your carrying capacity. It's meant to be a pig. And that if the pet ever leaves 30 feet of you or dies, it turns into Orcus and flays you alive. And then it puts a disclaimer. This may result in your death.
May is the
yeah, I don't think so, man.
I can't die. Okay, Rip. Okay, yeah, no, that's the correct option, but it is. I had to point it out because it's recommended for commoners, you know.
Yeah,
recommended for commoners.
Want you guys to stick to things that a commoner mightn't have, not a level 1 adventurer.
True. Okay.
So, question.
Hi.
So we get 1 feat in general that's non-combat, non-magic, and we can also do 2 fluffs for 2 feats.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I need to look up traits. I never bother doing traits, and I really should.
Yeah, usually the traits are something like +1 for a -1 here and there, or
Yeah,
that's usually
there's
what a
couple.
trait does.
There's a couple of like decent ones that are like odd though. Like
Chicken infested. What the fuck?
oh yeah, I think that's another one
5e.
too. That actually is from the same book. It got updated to 5e though.
Oh wait, really?
So there's a so like I said, it's a bunch of flaws that were written mostly as a joke, but there's a couple of good ones for peasants, like for commoners. It's like the Orcus one's clearly a joke, but another one is like you're fucking filthy, like above averagely filthy.
Oh.
And you can like never get clean and whatever.
So basically
and
the
so
thing from fucking Divinity.
yeah, the stinky. And then there's another one where it's like you're infested with chickens. And so it's like randomly, periodically, useless, annoying chickens just come out of you. It can be in response to being hit. It can be during a skill check. It's just random, obnoxious chickens come out of you.
Wow. That sounds wacky.
True. It's in the same dungeon magazine that Sebastian is getting his fucking symbiotes from.
Oh.
There's also a Yanti supplement in there. There's an Illithid supplement, a Yanti supplement, and then a joke about peasants for some reason.
Huh. Interesting. I don't know if you are looking at flaws right now, Jester. But that's the flaws thing.
And I'm trying to think.
I
Should
just look at
grab.
the limited one because it has the dragon ones in it too.
Oh, does it? Oh, hell yeah.
I'll post that.
Okay, cool. I think I might cop this flaw. Why did it save it like that? No.
Mm.
Man, feeble is rough. -2 to strength, dex, and con based ability checks and skills.
Oh yeah, it's there's a lot of bad ones.
Imagine you're trying to go into diplomacy and you have dyslexia as a flaw.
Yeah, that's me IRL.
Damn. Maybe that's murky-eyed. Your vision is obscured. The opponent that has concealment, you roll your mischance twice. Holy shit. If either or both result indicate that you miss, your attack fails.
That's actually not that bad though, because there are so many abilities that just say ignore, like ignore concealment altogether. So like that one feels kind of like almost too good because like you're never at a low when you're low enough level that you have nothing you can do against them. They usually don't show up, concealed creatures,
Yeah.
and then by the time it becomes like a viable thing where it's like, oh damn, rolling for 20% twice doesn't actually increase the odds of failure all that much, and then by that time you maybe only miss 1 or 2 attacks in a whole campaign for a feat.
Right.
So it's like pretty good. I might actually even take that. I might take the honest. This is fucked up because of me being evil and fucked up, right?
Yeah.
I actually think the honest would be funny to have like the traits of a typical like a typical idol,
Too honest for your own good.
Yeah, like, it also makes it weird because like I'm lying that I'm this cute idol, but like I actually am honest, which is like really kind of funny and fucked up if you think about it. And
All right.
being honest actually helps perpetuate the lie more. So +1 to diplomacy, but a -1. Oh wait, that's actually really bad. I didn't realize it. I thought it was -1 on bluff or sense motive, not and. That's a +1 for a -2. Sad.
Sad. Dang, you're really gonna make that, you're really gonna let that stop you?
Probably not. The other one I was thinking about is Relentless because, like the idol who's like never stops like working for her dreams or whatever the fuck.
Okay.
And so the thing is you get +2 to constitution checks and similar checks made to continue tiring activities. So like you can work for longer, but when you would become fatigued, you become exhausted instead.
Ooh.
So when inevitably it hits you, it's worse.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I actually think that one because I'm now saying this out loud. And I'm like, if I'm a liar, how am I also honest? It makes sense that be like honest and whatever, like honesty, but it's also, I could see the squinting eyes. I could see it. So sure, we'll go with Relentless. Why not? I guess I just put this in other. So boom, sure. Yeah, I'll go with Relentless for the trait. Traits are done. Now,
Thinking hard or hardly thinking. Good one.
so true, dude.
Or superstar as flaws.
I was actually looking at the self-centered one because I was also thinking about because like the class build would have to be very philosophical in nature, so like it's really touching on the philosophy of evil itself, and so I think it is quite intriguing to actually just have like what's it called, like be really self-centered. I think that would actually be kind of viable.
You always take the most money for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Always taking the easy job. Whatever is best for you. I getcha. Okay. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, let me actually look up self-centered. Self-centered 3.5. Is it? Let's see how crippling this is. God dang, it's a homebrew feat. Damn it. It is actually a pretty good flaw, but oh well.
Yeah, it's always those homebrew ones.
Yeah. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
What do you got going on, Jester?
Trying to find good flaws that I want to grab. What does shaky do?
I think shaky is used for ranged combat.
Yeah, I'm gonna primarily be a melee bird, so I think I'll take that. It's one of my flaws. I also get murky-eyed. I don't know. I guess murky-eyed, sure. Shaky.
I'm gonna grab fussy as one of my flaws, and it's I become sickened after drinking a potion.
Ooh.
Because, you know, I'm an idle, picky eater.
Picky eater. That's crazy. All right. Water. All right. I'll go get a drink. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Damn, I'm sad that the self-centered one is homebrew, dude. It's actually really good. I was looking at it, and it's like, you can't flank or be flanked.
Damn.
Or no, yeah, you can't. Pretty much you can't. You're easy. Yeah, sad face.
I don't
Phantom
know why I
Sparks
looked.
would
I
be
was
so
so
funny.
tempted. I was looking at the Feet Finder website. I was like, should I grab alertness just to piss this guy off?
Why would you do that? That's so mean. No, you know, just for that, I'm getting Phantom Sparks, which means I get a -4 to all hide and all spot skills as they are constantly amidst bright colored lights.
I'm back.
You have to like cast spells for that one.
I
That's
can
why
do that
I
with a
did.
feat. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because that's why
Oh,
I
you can
asked
do
if,
that with feet. Okay.
yeah, there's a combat. That's why I asked if we're allowed combat feats for the flaws. Because that would mean I could use the first flaw to grab, what's it called? Like Beloved Apprentice or whatever it's called, and then I could use Phantom Sparks for the second flaw. This is my second flaw. Here, I constantly emit bursts of bright colored lights because I'm an idol, obviously. So sparkles just naturally come wherever I go. You're probably wondering, how are you going to be able to cast spells? Well, this is how. With the first flaw, which is fussy, as we discussed.
Mm-hmm.
I can grab a combat feat, which is, one moment, allows me to cast a single spell from this feat. I'm finding it for you. God, what's it called? It's not Favorite Apprentice. Is it called Beloved Apprentice? It's something Apprentice, I swore. Student. I'm terrible with names. Where the heck is it? Okay.
I guess I should grab Iron Bow as like the non-combat, non-magic one. I think that'd be
Yeah, that's what I'm doing
good.
too. 100%. I'm
Because
doing
I don't
that.
have a good whiz score. Where is it? Well,
Close some of the tabs so it's easier to see actually looking at this. Okay. Drop that to feetfinder.com. Help me. Okay. Now where do I go? Arcane lore, is it? Let's see. Find. It's not that one. So just go to. Is it trait? No, traits are apparently feats, but they're not. Monstrous. No.
What are you looking for? Are you looking for a feat that gives you a spell?
Yes. It's one you have to take it at level 1, but it allows you to, with a chance of failure, cast a second level spell.
Oh.
Per day. And it's like something called like Beloved Student or something like that. It's something like that. Is it Initiate? Arcane Insight? No. These are all initiates for. Okay, that's not it. I'm just gonna search through all. Oh wait, actually, here we go. Easy answer. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, you know what it could be?
Oh.
It might be from Unearthed Arcana. Like a spell touched feat.
Maybe. I'm looking through
Page
it
92.
right.
1 second. I shall be back.
Okay.
The landless nobility perk is funny too. And it needs to take a level 1.
Let's see.
Mission top background now. Precious Apprentice, that's it. Be able to cast spells beyond your typical. It's from Complete Arcana. You have to have a spell casting ability. Sad. I have to have level 1 of an arcane caster class.
Ooh.
That's the sad part. Because it's you can choose 1 second level spell from a school of magic in which you have access. You gain an extra second level spell slot, but you can only use it to cast that. You must succeed on a caster check upon casting it. Blah 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 blah, so on and so forth. Damn. Well, level 1, I suppose.
Yeah, you can do it at level 1.
what else can I do then?
The one flaw is called quarter elf. Not immune to
Yeah.
sleep. Don't have elven
Dude.
blood.
Exactly. It's for half elves, and it's like, actually, it turns out you weren't quite as elven as you thought.
That's crazy. Ponderous spellcaster. Casting times are doubled. Is insane.
Yeah, that's rough. So for non-combat feat, I am just taking Iron Will as well, as it is actually a prereq for other things I have to do later
Okay.
on. So that's the non-combat one, easy. Then I have the 2 flaw feats. I really want Phantom Spark, so I do need a feat that gives me a spell. You know what? That's fine. There has to be other feats that give you spell. I mean, I guess technically I could do Psionically Gifted or whatever, which gives you 2 psi points. And if you're already psionic, and it gives you 1 level 1. And then because of transparency, the 1 level 1 manifestation is technically a spell. Downside, sparks all the time forever. I'm gonna be the best goddamn idol this world's ever seen. And by that I mean, actually, I'm really fucked up and evil, but that's okay. +2 to will, and then I'll put that into the bonuses. So will I get from this modifier
So
a +2.
basically, you're the idol, and Jester is your guard. Your
Yeah,
bodyguard.
essentially. Mhm. Okay, so 1, 2, because yeah. Okay, at that point I kind of have to grab the one I was just talking about, where it's the level 1 that gives you a level 1 manifestation. Because if I do that, then like I said, because of having a manifestation, I have a air quotes spell/spell like ability, which means that the sparks are real, needed for my idol performance. I need them to see me at all times.
Yeah. You could do that, and then like maybe you can say like it activates when you reach level 1.
Ooh, okay. Fine. Targeting. Spell power. Oh, what does spell power do, actually? Crab Clan.
Crap, what?
The spell powers from the Crab Clan.
Oh. Huh. Water. I got my water.
Nice. Nice. I could be evil and fucked up and get the merchant background that makes it so it's easier to make money. I'm the best idol in the whole wide world, which
True.
is I'm the only idol in the whole wide world, actually.
You gotta sell your merch.
True. Also, screw it. I think I will do that because the feature version. Actual value. It doesn't help me. Sure, Oni Bane would go over well.
What? Onibane?
Yeah, Oni's Bane as a origin feat. Sure, that'd go great. Yeah, mercantile background is. So when you sell items such as weapons or magical items, you get 75% of their list price instead of 50. Once per month, you can buy a single item at 75% of its true value. You also receive an extra 300 gold to spend as you see fit, but must be used during character creation.
Okay.
Because I'm the best merch salesman in the whole world.
Is there multiple mercantile backgrounds?
There are
Feats?
2, yes. One is
Okay.
from Faerun and one is from Dragon. They're kind of the same thing, give or take, though.
Okay.
Oh no, they actually are just straight up the same thing, but in 2 different books.
Weird.
Nice. Yeah, because the Faerun one is, it specifically says, oh yeah, you have to be from a region of Faerun, of whatever, blah, 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 blah. And that gives you the exact same benefit of 75% sell cost or sell price. Once per month, you can buy something at 25% discount, and then $300 that you have to use during character creation.
Okay.
Actually, the Faerun one is nicer because it specifies in the Dragon Magazine ancestor trait that you have to use it during character creation, whereas the Faerun one, slight difference, is you can use it however you want. You can just get $300. So
Yeah. Alrighty,
yeah.
let's see.
Merch. Then
Cool.
yeah, I'll take for level 0 the 1 psionic manifestation one, the not Precious Apprentice, but the God. I don't think you have to take that one at level 1 saying this out loud, but I will. It's the one
Also,
where
the
you
300 gold, you won't be getting that.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Nice.
just saying that right now.
Damn. Artist would be funny, but I need spell. I need 1 spell, bro. Yeah, it's probably easier to look
No
at the
props.
psionic thing. So
Hi.
I'm back. I think I'm
Welcome
Welcome
getting
back.
improved initiative. My other 1 second, because I got 2 flaws.
You gonna pick improved initiative?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you got 3 HP.
so
Improved
good.
initiative, first to run.
Yup.
So wait, is my health, that was another question I wanted to ask as soon as I got back.
Mhm.
Is my health just the con plus the hit die thing? I forget if we need to add another thing, because that's all I did.
Yep, that's all.
Okay, so you really used just
You got 3 HP.
I am so good. What do you mean? Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely need improved initiative.
You could survive 1 hit by a goblin.
That
Yay!
it's a not feral max.
Yeah, not if they roll max, yeah.
What's a good hit point? 1 second, hit point feet. I need something that beefs me up a little bit.
Let's see. Toughness gives you 3 HP. And then there is improved toughness that gives you 1 HP per hit dice. Those are pretty much the only ways, other than improving your constitution. Temporary hit points, you could probably go for maybe.
How's that one called where you do have like some bonus psi points at level 1 in one ability? Minnie has it.
I'm forgetting what it's called.
Same.
Let me see.
Because psionic talent's the one that gives you extra psi points, but there's like a at level 1 you can take this and it gives you one little ability or whatever.
Yeah. What about a divine blessing? Yeah, they wish.
Yeah, I can't believe we get the divine blessing of salt and sugar. It lets you automatically, by look alone, determine if the white powder is salt or sugar. That's a real thing from ReZero, by the way. It's one of the ones that Reinhardt has. Truly one of his most powerful.
Trying to remember where I put.
Clarity of his armor, inner focus,
Recent. Yesterday? Is it this one? No. Oh, right here. Yay, I found it. Okay, the feat is called Practice Manifester.
Oh, thank you. Yep, now that I see that, that sound, yep. Feel a bit silly now. Okay. I looked past and was like, no, practice manifest is one that increases your caster level by 4. No, that's not quite, yeah.
Or is it? Oh, wait. No, it's not Practice Manifester. What was I looking at? Wait.
Doesn't Quora have it too, actually, now thinking about it?
Oh, that's... wait, no. It's called Hidden Talent. I was looking at my build planning.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, hidden talent. Okay.
Narelle will come down and bless rain. Who's Narelle?
Nerul. That's the god of death and murder and shit.
Oh.
That's like the guy who was before. So Faerun death lore is crazy because you have Yergel, right? And Yergel's like the main guy who was death for a long time. And the Dead 3 usurped him. Then Cyric usurped the Dead 3. Then Nerul was there for a little bit, and the Raven Queen was there for a little bit, but not really. Because the Raven Queen was a disciple of Nerul. It's one of those things where like it's kind of messy between editions. Then Cyric, Kalimvor, and Yergel all came back with Merkel, and Death was split up into like a million domains for a while.
Okay.
Yeah. Very neat.
Yeah. Good thing that's not in my world.
Yup. Good thing it's only like one death, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so choose one first level manifester from any psionic class list. I don't know what I'm gonna pick, but sure, yeah. Well, let me copy and paste the ones I have. Where is the 300 gold Hyda? Does it miraculously appear in my pockets when we hit first level? Is
I
it
don't
in
know
my
yet.
merch right now? I
think,
invested it all.
I think you're just good at selling and shit right now.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
And I think I'm gonna say that because the way the feat works, it sounds like there's only certain places where it's basically like you go to a guild hall.
Yeah, it's a regional feat. So the general thing is it works pretty much everywhere. But it's because it's from Faerun. Regional feats are quite weird. You have to take them at level 1, or you have to have 5 ranks of knowledge local. And for every 5 ranks of knowledge local, you may take 1 regional feat from a region that you are not from. It's intriguing. So it's essentially like a cultural thing where you're from a location where this stuff's like really good, where it sells really like where there's a lot of mercantile things.
Yeah.
So yeah, the one thing for the 75%, the magic item sell thing / selling in general is just a generalized thing that happens. But the once per month thing is specifically in reference to like in lore, you go to your contacts and they scout out the best possible price they can find for something for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you could buy any single, not sell. Okay. Yeah. And then the sell
Yeah,
you
so-
get instead of 50.
Yeah, it's essentially you're just very good at being a salesman from your background, and because your background, you have contacts where once per month you can call them up and be like, "Hey, bro,
Hey,
I
bro.
need a dagger."
Yeah.
I'm gonna put gold question mark at the end of the 1 feet. It might be there, it might not. Who knows?
If you automatically get 300 gold, there'd be no point in doing this commoner thing.
That is true. That would have to be limited to like pool stipends and things. Pools, yeah. I get. And then we grab. Okay. Hidden talent. Hidden talent. Okay. I should really sort in that. That's uh-huh.
All
Yep.
right, let's
Okay.
see.
Benefit. Well, yeah, we're getting good. We're doing do.
What do you got here,
I
Jester?
know. Psionic station.
Yeah, you could put your some of your stuff in the feet section there as well, Jester.
Yeah, 1 second.
Where are my skills? I need to give myself my minuses.
Do you want me to write down your racial bonuses in there too?
Sure, 1 second. I think I should get tough. I should switch out iron will with toughness. Or is that not worth? Because I do kind of need the extra hit points.
Would do that, to be honest. At level 0, toughness is insane because it's just 3 hit points, so it literally doubles your hit points. At any level beyond level 1 or 2, toughness stops being worth taking. So, like, in general, if you're taking it, you take it at level 1 because you're worried you're gonna die. And then that lets you take improved toughness later on to actually not die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could
yeah.
also do the thing where take it now and you can retrain.
When you actually have hit points, yeah.
Yeah.
You could get symbiote mastery. It's just better tough, but we'll never get a symbiote because like the cheapest one costs 3,000 gold.
Yeah.
Hell no. Hell no.
The breed leech, it's so good, dude. It gives you 5 hit points, and then because of symbiote mastery, you get 2 bonus hit points.
Sure. No, thank you.
Everyone's gonna be looking for
Thanks.
symbiotes. But okay, the symbiote check.
Symbiote. It's really bad if you're not Sebastian. That's why I'm kind of like looking at his build and I'm like, damn, bro, I need to do some retraining because I was like really worried I was gonna fail symbiote checks and like be evil or some shit. And then I realized with symbiote mastery, it's borderline impossible to fail symbiote checks. Like it's actually not even worth rolling because even with a -1 or even at a natural 1, he succeeds them. So like, because they're skill checks, and you on a negative or not. I keep saying negative on a natural 1 on a skill check, you don't crit fail in 3.5.
Right.
Yeah, you still add the bonus, which means the DC is like impossible to fail. He would have to be under an effect that gave him a -5 and get a natural 1 to fail the check. So like,
Well, that's
I don't
good.
know. Yeah, I don't know why I ever put so much into it though, because I'm like, yep. Guess I was real concerned about him, man.
I mean, it's good to be worried.
True. He's a good boy, unlike this character. You know, this is the funny thing. I actually quite like this dichotomy here. You have the cutesy idol woman, but she's actually evil as fuck, is one of my characters. And the other one is this necromancer, aberrant god worshiper. But he's actually just a sweet guy, you know? He's just nice.
He's just a little guy.
He's just a little guy, yeah. Okay. 12 skill points. What do I do with 12 skill points?
I wonder if I could put an outline behind you.
Perhaps. Okay, let's see. Let me grab manifest. Let me see which manifestation I'm learning. Station 3.5. Level 1. Let's see what I got. I do not care for feats. I want powers. Powers. And I go.
Under delay.
I was 3.5.
And Noble just throws money at you at level 1.
So true.
You're one fan.
My one fan, yeah.
It's Reaver. Hello. Welcome in.
Hello, Reaver.
Hello.
We're doing character creation. They were slowly making their way through feats right now.
I swear there are more powers than this. 1 second. Egotist 3.5. That's wrong. What is the evil scion? The evil fucked up scion.
An evil scion. The adventure
Yeah.
of commoners. Let's go. Yeah, one's trying to be a an idol, and the other, what are you trying to become, Jester?
You know, that's a good question. I haven't thought about that yet.
No. Okay. Maybe your character doesn't even know. Maybe he's just like living life, and it's like, oh man.
Yeah, I'm just supporting Spade's character and becoming an idol. I'm just just doing stuff in the background, I guess.
Indeed. Indeed.
Evil fucked up. You know, I really should have thought about this out loud a little bit. It's the evil fucked up scion is called a telepath. That's the one who gets brain swap eventually. So now the question is, do I keep with my original plan to do Arden at level 1? Probably not, because I'll need to go for an arcane caster at level 1, which means that I'll get less psionics overarchingly, which means I should probably pick a power that is very versatile, rather than just doing the one. Okay, what does Fenric give me at level 1, actually? Because this is a big thunker. So I'm going to be stuck with not a lot for a long while. So I need the little, you know, scraps that I'm being thrown. I need to use effectively.
Yeah.
Okay, it does give me 4 screen at level 1. That means that's... Okay, so at level 1, that's not too bad. It gives me defenses. I don't really need defenses right now because I have 5 hit points, which is 1 less than Jester. Yeah, I can survive 1 goblin attack, bro. Literally exactly 1. 3 psi points. That's 3 castings a day in theory, if I'm really, really lucky. Call
this
to
will be
Mind
hard.
is a very interesting one because it just gives me a +4 competency bonus to knowledge checks.
Ooh.
So if I fail a knowledge check, I can just say Call to Mind for 1 psi point, which means in theory that'd be a lot of mileage because I could cast that 3 times a day. And so I could just be like, oh no, I failed my job. Fume. Never mind.
Actually, I just remembered.
I just remembered. Yeah. A part of me is tempted to get something somewhat combat orientated, even though it's like, because like, what's like the most middle ground is literally what I'm asking myself right now. Like, what could I hypothetically use on a day-to-day basis as a peasant while simultaneously
Oh wait,
using...
that's a second. Never mind.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You could be an astral traveler.
I can go to the astral sea as a peasant at level 0.
Yeah.
I'm sure that would be really good.
Attraction subject
Wait,
has attraction to you. Attraction you specify.
That's pretty good. But then here's another crazy one, actually. Conceal thoughts, +10 circumstance on bluff against those who are attempting to discern its true intentions with sense motive. Also gives a +4 bonus to saving throws against any power or spell used to read one's mind.
Ooh.
The second part will never come up, but just saying, haha, smiles for the camera, conceal thoughts.
Yeah.
Is +10 to bluff is crazy. That's actually pretty high up there. The other thing I was thinking about was like something that did damage but had a secondary effect, but the only one that actually does that is like crystal or whatever, which is not very good.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, because I was thinking, I could probably use it for something in day-to-day life, like just going, explodes a rock or something, but it's not that good.
You sure you don't want hammer?
And yeah, I was looking at hammer too. I was like, maybe that'd be pretty nice. I wouldn't have to buy a hammer, but yeah, nah. I think
For
it
one
has.
round, you can swing a hammer as a swift action.
Yup, it's truly amazing. Matter agitation is actually another good one in theory, because it is both useful in day-to-day life because it just allows you to heat matter by exciting molecules.
Yeah.
So it's like you could use that for cooking, you could use that for writing or for lighting fires, you could use that for, in theory, even smelting if worst truly came to worst. But you can also just light a guy on fire.
True, and real. All right, Jester's got improved
It's
initiative and
messed up.
toughness.
Ooh, okay. A little less ambitious.
Commoner Gooner class ability.
I do love, the Gooner ability is very fun. Narshall was showing me that for his backup character. He's like, yeah, did you see there's a subclass for or an alternative class feature for Rogue called Goon?
Goon. Commoner Gooner. Infatuated with your idol.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's either agitation or empathy is also really good because it's more general than just the conceal one, because the bluff, because you can just get like baseline emotions from them and you get a +2 to bluff, diplomacy, intimidate, or sense motive.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
And
Yeah,
so the problem
insight
is
bonus stacks with everything
Yes.
else too.
That's what I'm saying. That's pretty good. It's because I'm stuck between empathy, matter agitation, because the matter agitation is just like the most versatile. Like I said, you could actually make a dagger with that by being like, yeah, I just light the dagger on fire for a little while, like the iron ingot crafted up. But ingot. Yup. What's attraction do? Interaction. Attraction is also crazy now looking at it. A +4 bonus to interaction checks.
Mm-hmm. Create sound.
Oh yeah. I own pyrotechnics. Yeah, the original one I was thinking about is summon astral construct, and it's technically a level 1. So I can just be like, dog, appear. And like that, I was like, how's it actually gonna help me in day-to-day life? Like, it doesn't last long enough to do anything.
Yeah.
Because they only last for a number of rounds, and it costs too many psi points to make them last longer than like 1 round. So like I was like, that actually be useful. I could use it to plow the fields. There's so many things you could do with him. And then I'm like, for 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Maybe
6 seconds.
Maybe not.
Maybe if you had the feat that made it whole day.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I was like, a 15 hit point creature with mediocre stats just popping into existence and not asking to be paid. Like, there's a lot you could do with that. But like I said, for 6 seconds, 3 times a day is
Yeah. Create deja vu.
Deja vu is very silly. It's actually really obnoxious in combat. But not sure how much we want to be in combat.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think honestly,
Control light.
that one's also kind of fun. Yeah, it's between conceal thoughts and attraction. Because attraction, they get
Roll
a
50-50,
DC
see what you
against
get.
attraction. Conceal thought. Oh, no, it has to be conceal thoughts, I think,
Yeah.
because they get a save against attraction, and I think they might be able to beat the save. Because I'm a peasant, my save probably is not fantastic. They're also probably a peasant, but they don't get a save against conceal
Right.
thoughts.
Yeah.
I just get a
Conceal
+10
thought is
bonus.
more like a defensive thing.
Yeah, it does just give me a +10 circumstantial against sense motive, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Which does mean that I can just go, I make a bluff check, cast conceal thoughts on myself, give a knowing smile to them, and I
Yeah.
don't think they're beating that at level. I don't think the other peasants are gonna be able to see through my dastardly ruse. Empathy also doesn't provide a. Ooh, that's actually interesting. Empathy doesn't provide a saving throw either. So you just get the +2 insight bonus.
Yeah, no saving throw, no power is res. Concentration is the only thing you have to worry about.
True. That's actually interesting. For 3 minutes a day, I just get bluff, diplomacy, intimidate, and sense motive. Yeah, I don't know. What do I want? Yeah, you're at 50-50. I'm flipping a coin. Rolling a D2 on that. Because, like,
Spend
it's
all
either
day
I get
thinking about it.
Yeah, 1D2. 1. So, conceal thoughts it is.
Alrighty. You got conceal thoughts.
+10 to bluff checks. Get P. 3 times a day. I keep scrolling down.
My
way
idol
too
would
far.
never lie to me.
That's what they believe. That's really what they think. Thoughts +4 again. Mind read and +10 again. For bluff.
Let's see.
There we have her.
Which Trisket. Which Which flaws do you have?
I have murky-eyed and shaky.
Okay. I'm gonna put that in other.
Oh, another. Okay. I wasn't sure if that would go in the other thing, or I just put them together so that I could just like look at it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, okay, never mind. No, you're good. I didn't see all the way down there. Yeah, then that's okay. Awesome.
Hooray!
Okay. It seems like you guys are done that part. All right, step 7. We're finally here. Or 6.
Okay.
Apparently I skipped 6.
I think you skipped 6.
Maybe there was something important out. Oh no, feats was number 6. I just didn't name it.
Okay.
Anyways. Boom. All right. Choosing motivations, aspirations, and dreams. All right. This is going to be important. So I'd like to talk about some of the character motivations as commoners. You know, being poor, it's rough. It has its rough patches. And, you know, what does your character look forward to if they just had a little bit more funds? You know, if they got that lucky break to treat themselves, what would they do? And, you know, do they become adventurers? Do they want to do like, you know, like what do they actually want in life? So that would be an aspiration. And basically, I want you guys to come up with 3 aspirations. Something, I guess, like a good ballpark would be something worth 10 gold pieces. The second rank would be 100 gold pieces, and 1,000 gold pieces would be the third rank. And maybe, you know, getting 10 gold pieces might be easy, but at the end of the month, you're going to have to be paying rent or something. Or, you know, if you,
True.
you know.
That is very true. One question before that, though.
Yeah, what's up?
We're level 0, technically. So that would imply that our class skills from Commoner could be put to a maximum of 4 ranks, yeah? Because 0 plus 4 equals...
No, it's 3. 3 plus your
Okay.
level.
Okay. So max
3.
is plus 3. Neato.
Yeah. Very neat.
Okie splokey. Okay. Jester, you do your aspirations. I'll BRB grabbing a drink real quick.
This, you don't have to do it right now because I want you guys to think about it. I was kind of just like talking about it. The next thing is a dream. Come up with like 1 or 2 dreams. Something like, I guess, like, my idea for a dream is like, you know, something that you wish you can complete before dying. And this is like the type of thing, it'd be like, it seems so so unobtainable and impossible for your character, or, you know, impossible for yourself. And come up with why it seems impossible, or maybe justify, you know, why you should have it, or, you know, something like that. And then an ambition. Your ambition will probably be career based, which it kind of sounds like you guys have like an idea going on with that. And I will put this into chat, or into the Discord chat, just so you can look at it. Otherwise, I won't keep you using the washroom.
Okay. I'll look at it, and then I will use the washroom.
Okay. Do. Okay, and this would be... This is aspirations. Okay.
Okay.
So basically how this is work, your first aspiration is basically what you're going to be aiming for, to get yourself out of poverty, or, you know, out of commonerhood. And you're going to need this before you reach, like, you know, before you can get level 1. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I have idea. I will explain it when I come back once.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
Oh.
Already started yours. Murder my father for the Dark Brotherhood. To be loved by father, become king, and get love from Lolth. Damn, that's dark. Dark Brotherhood, isn't that like from Skyrim?
Yeah. I don't think what my stuff would be.
Yeah, you don't have to come up with it like right this second, but like over the, next week or two. Before we start our first session, like actually playing.
Yeah. Hmm. Do I have? Let's see. Okay. I'm thinking what I should be.
Thought of something good.
I don't know if I should be like fucked up and evil, like how Spade's thing is, or if I'm just jolly and I'm just supporting her even though she's fucking evil. I don't know. A lot of decisions here. But also if I support her, I think that just makes me like evil by association. So I don't know. Lots of thinkers there.
I mean, it's kind of like, it could be like that one thing where, why do you work for a company that you kind of hate? It could be something like that. Or you're like, if you look at it in that aspect, or, I don't love my job, but I do it for the money,
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that, just because he's evil doesn't mean that you can't get along, or that, or maybe you disagree with his evilness or her. That's another thing to think about. Because I definitely don't want, like, just because you're evil that I have to kill people, or, I feel obligated to, like, to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Evil can also mean that you're not afraid to break rules, compared to someone who's more like good. A good person, tries to, follow these, I guess, like, personal tenets? I don't know if that's the right word that I'm looking for. But maybe that's more lawful than I'm thinking too. I really like the 3.5 alignment chart as well.
True. The alignment chart is really good in 3.5.
Let's see. If you're just neutral evil, a
Evil for the love.
malefactor? Malefactor? I don't know.
Yeah. Evil for love. That's the same thing Barnaloths are, where they're like, they're not evil for a greater good like how devils are. Because lawful evil is broken down into like 3 categories, where it's like, you have lawful societies that are fundamentally evil. So things like Thay and the Fire Plane,
Yeah.
where like they don't care about morality, but they still have strict structure and law because they believe law is required for society to function. Then you have lawful evil in the capacity of devils, where one could quite arguably evil or argue that they aren't evil at all, where they are willing to do evil for the greater good of the multiverse to uphold order, and that's an unfortunate necessity. And then you have like that's all the things I guess I really like about 3.5. But not evils for the love of the game. It's out of sheer malice. That's why it's malefactor.
Yeah. Kills for profit, sport, and stuff.
Mhm.
It doesn't mean that you have to kill, but goes for anything like, oh, she's mean because she wants to. She's doing it. She's mean to be profitable. She's mean because it's a sport or it's convenient to be mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking for personality is deadass Kenjaku from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Ken who?
Are you caught up on the anime/manga?
No.
Do you care to be caught up on the anime/manga?
I mean, I could. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so Kenjaku is Yuji's mom and the guy who possessed Ghetto's body. He's a brain, and he's actually 1,000 years old.
Oh, the brain
and
guy.
so-
Okay.
Yeah, and so he's evil, and there are some vague hints that it's for some greater thing, right? Where like he misses that there's like in the Heian era was the dawn of jujutsu sorcery in its greatest of ages. And so it made it so that one could actually develop their own skill and talent and make differences in the world. Whereas in like the modern era, society has shifted away from that. There's not constant violence, and it's grown so incredibly boring.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why his grand evil plans are like to essentially cause the apocalypse, because it would make it so that he could actually feel something again and grow again. And so he's absolute evil, dog shit insane. And there's not really a good reason for it, but there is a loose smeckling of reasons for it, like over it. And so I think the personality is, I don't know, like I said, I'm really trying to get into the philosophy here, because like the 2 of the classes that I'm going to play are literally about philosophy. Incarnate is one of the things I'm intending on going into as the 4th casting class, air quote.
Okay.
And it's deeply rooted in the philosophy of alignment throughout the universe, right? That's a big part of it. And another one that I'm intent on playing, because it's the only way to get 9th level psionics, shoot me, is Ardent, which is also literally, it's like, it's a psionic cleric, essentially.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of interesting things about it. But its mantles aren't actually about divinity or worshiping them. It's about seeking to greater understand them and understand their place within the multiverse. It's all about these grand philosophical ideals and belief systems, right? And like learning. And so I think the main point of the personality, like I said, I want to touch on a lot of the silliness. Where it's like I said, I sort of Kenjaku-esque personality, but for reasons similar to the Master from Doctor Who. Because, you see the Master in various incarnations over the years, for better or worse within the show's writing. But it's actually very interesting to me, because early on, he's kind of he's an actual rival, and you feel the long friendship and camaraderie between him and the Doctor. And while he's outright antagonistic to him, you can see how they're two sides of the same coin. But then you get into a later iteration of him where it's Saxon Master, and Saxon Master is fucking just like actually horrifically insane. But the thing is, you must realize that Saxon Master comes after the Time War. This grand war which eradicated the Time Lord and Dalek race, where he was so scared that he was brought back to life and used as a weapon by the Time Lords, where they purposely drove him insane. And he was so scared of what he saw on Skaro that he ran to the end of the universe when entropy was about to swallow everything, and became human so that no one would ever find him again.
Oh,
just
what
to
the
be
fuck?
found. Just to be found and forced back into it and told that everything he's ever done has been for nothing. And so this is where the interest comes to it, because the thing is, you can see in Missy, the incarnation right after the Saxon Master, that she wants to be redeemed. Because with Time Lords, obviously, when they die, they switch bodies, blah, 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 blah. So Missy, female master, whatever the fuck, Missy, she wants to be redeemed. She has this more emotional outlook and wants to be friends with the Doctor again, while the Doctor's going through these rough patches of his life. But then you see the Spy Master, who is arguably the evilest incarnation of the Master ever. And a lot of people say it doesn't make sense. I disagree. It makes quite a lot of sense. Because the thing is, there's a line that really sticks out in the 13th Doctor's runtime with the Spy Master. When does all the deceit end? Or when does all this deceit, all the games, all the killing end? The Spy Master connivingly says, "Why would it end? How else would I get your attention?" And it's this interesting thing after a point of where he had attempted to be redeemed, because Missy, spoilers, but this is 10 years ago, so honestly, if you're being spoiled, I don't know, bro. You should have watched it 10 years ago.
Should have watched it.
Yeah, so the thing is, Missy kills the Saxon Master, who then regenerates into her, and Saxon Master kills Missy. So they literally die before the Doctor could even see that Missy was going to stand by his side. And so Spy Master had to live through the memory of both of those deaths at the same time, dying alone by his own hand in the middle of the field for nothing. And so this is the reason he can't be redeemed. He could just say, "You're right, I'm wrong. I understand that I am wrong. I want to be a better person." But doing that means everything he's ever done across all his years, across all his regeneration cycles, across all his lives, the things he has given his life for multiple times, means nothing. Every murder he's ever committed means nothing. Everything in that moment where he would just say, "Yeah, sure, let's be friends again." And so he can't do it.
Yeah.
Because there wouldn't be anything for him after that point. And so, like I said, I really want to get into the nitty-gritty philosophy of evil, where perhaps at one point they were actually a kind and cool dude who really, really wanted to just be an idol, right?
Yeah.
It was something like that. But then the crushing weight of reality, of having had to, I jokingly say, work a 9 to 5, but having been in poverty for such a long time, with the only skill being able to read, and suffering for as long as their time, watching as their youth goes by, because Illumins look young for their whole life, but still die. And so everything that she's ever done has amounted to essentially diddly and squat up until this point. And so she has seen that for things to actually change in the world, there needs to be evil. There is no hero who comes to save the day for the common folk. If there's not a threat that actually means all the common folk are going to die. The landlords don't make profit unless they're exploitive to the lower classes.
Yeah.
That sort of deal, where she has seen that throughout everything, in a fundamental way, her philosophy has become incredibly nihilistic. And in addition to the nihilism of it all, she sees evil as an absolute necessity and wants to understand the root of evil. And this point, there's no point in being a hero. It would mean everything she's ever learned or thought or philosophized on would be meaningless.
Okay. Alrighty.
But yeah, that's the theory. And so, my ambition.
So,
My ambition.
Halopia said the reason for Kenjaku is evolution. Basically, he wanted to create a god, but everything he created was flawed because he is flawed. I think he meant flawed.
Mhm.
So he wanted to create something outside of his fantasies.
Fantasies, yeah.
Fantasies. The merger.
Exactly. His like, there's vague reasons for it, but also they're not good because, as he said to Chozo while he was talking to him right before the fight with Yuki and Chozo, Chozo asked him, "So what happens when you merge all these people and all this cursed energy into this monster that you're not sure you can even stop? What if you do this?" And it's just some guy, and it's like that one Japanese, I forget what they're called because I would slaughter trying to pronounce it, but that Japanese doll with a silly face. And it's like, what if it just makes one of those?
Oh.
And he's like, well, then what else would I do? I'd laugh. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I haven't really caught up past I haven't watched the new Jujutsu Kaisen movie. But I watched all of the up to like the Shinjuku incident.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I thought they did a pretty good job. It's pretty action packed.
Indeed. I like anime a lot because of philosophy, because you don't get that sort of thing in Western media a lot of the time. Which I know is such like a fucking hipster thing to say, but like it's.
I think you're kind of right.
Yeah, because it's just one of those things where it's like they're not afraid to like do things and not censor it, right? They're not allowed. They're willing to ask interesting questions, and let it still be entertainment, you know.
Oh yeah.
Whereas, like, you know, a lot of Western things are like, this is a sensitive topic. We have to, really tiptoe around it and make it serious.
Yeah.
Where, like, you know, in Japan, they're more willing to be like, lol. You know, this is a serious topic. Everyone watching is aware this is a serious topic. Why would we have to, like, elaborate that when everyone knows it already? We can have some fun with it.
Yeah. All right.
And you see that in some like books in the West, but not really in television.
That's fair. Yeah. So I'll let you guys probably figure out the aspirations, dreams, and whatever during the week. So if you need more time, etc. So you guys can do that. But number 8 is our quote gearing up.
Oh, I'm so ready.
So you have 3 choices. You could live in a nice little home You know, it's gonna be like your like little shack or some BS, and you could be paying like basically rent.
Mm-hmm.
And since you're on the island of this like the little place, there's not very many options.
Mm-hmm.
You could be homeless. We'll start you off with around maybe 2 gold. I'm still thinking on the logistics. But you'll start with a backpack, a dagger, or the starter weapon that you had, and a couple days of rations. Maybe multiple days of rations. And number 3 is basically it's basically the same thing, but it's like you're relying on tavern and inn lodging, which I got a couple of the prices out of. Like, there's cheap things and then there's like really expensive things. Yeah. Like, basically it's like 1 or 2. Like, do you want to have like a house or home already established and have like a home base, or you're like on this like dragging continent just wandering around, you know, doing your idle business and, you know, trying to get yourself out there? Or do you want to, you know?
I see. You know, I'm fine with either, Jester. What do you want? That said, Jester. That said, okay.
Huh?
Are you joining me on the quest for absolute evil?
Sure, man. My fucking chaotic good. He's got this.
Yeah, that's a very interesting. I can't wait to roleplay later on about the philosophics of chaotic good versus neutral evil in a relationship. That's gonna be wonderful. But
damn.
Because I was gonna say I was probably gonna put 3 ranks into being a sailor, right?
Okay.
So I was like, I don't really think that there's I would probably say tavern would be fine, because like I said, I would probably do every odd job around, right? Like, my thought was literally I was going to put 3 into, because what the commoner has, while somewhat limited, is, you know, I was going to put like 3 into performance or
Okay.
diplomacy. No, they don't have diplomacy. But yeah, like performance from the one that I got from the like background.
Yeah.
Then I was gonna put like 3 into being a sailor and 3 into calligraphy, and then put 1 point into everything else, like 1 into use rope, 1 into swim so I know how to swim, 1 into craft, like I already did that, never mind. Like 1 into climb and 1 into listen, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
With like my remaining 3 points. So my thought was, yeah, no, I come onto the shore, and you know, like I'm a sailor primarily. I'm going out into the ocean, and I provide entertainment while out in the ocean. Like, you know, I do like little shows and stuff, just as like you know, little things to raise morale along the boat. Maybe get a couple of little bit of extra money by being a husker. And then when I come onto the shore, because, you know, you go out for like a month at a time, sometimes couple weeks when you're out sailing, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Come back, and then you just get like a tavern room and hopefully get something with like the calligraphy job, knowing 6 languages, being literate, and whatever, like while I land, and then maybe play the tavern.
Okay.
Was like my thought, like non-stop work, because I am relentless after all.
Relentless. Okay.
Regularly passing out from exhaustion.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. That's up to you though, Jester. Do you want a house and then I work tirelessly to pay off the mortgage, or do you want to be homeless with air quotes because we regularly travel via boat? Because weren't you saying you were thinking about putting one into Sailor too?
Dude, I put I put my profession stuff into a launderer.
Ah,
I can do laundry, twin.
you're the barmaid. Got it. So yeah, either way that could work. You could be like, yeah, I work at the bar, laundry, be like the barmaid, and then I'm doing a sailor job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the quote unquote homeless one probably work.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. You guys can both start with 2 gold pieces.
It's
a
so much
backpack.
money. Holy.
Your choice of weapon. And
Does my light crossbow have bolts that come with it?
no,
No, he doesn't. No is a valid option. How many?
Let's think. Roll a 5d4. That's how many bolts you
Fine.
have.
Okay, 5d4, I got you.
You have
9.
9
1.
bolts.
What did I use the 1 on? They come in groups of 10.
You've been traveling, man. Maybe there's some weirdo fan. It's like following you around everywheres. You have to shoot him.
True.
I don't know.
So true, man. I think charisma is my casting, weirdly. Yeah, until like level 1. Charisma is what I use to cast, which kind of makes sense. Weapon, okay. Short crossbow.
Oh, let's see. What kind of weapon you picking, Jester?
I'm just gonna get
Morningstar?
a morning star so that
Okay. If you want to go to the
yeah,
weapons
Christmas
tab,
stuff.
I'll show you how that works.
Oh shoot.
Oh yeah.
Put my one thing in there.
Oh no, that works. That's the area where you put your equipment and like it does like the weights and shit. But this area is
okay.
where we set up like, what's single attack, full attack, all that bullshit. So type, that is I want to say piercing / bludgeoning, maybe? I don't know.
It's piercing and bludgeoning.
Okay.
How do I write that down? Just P and E.
Yeah, P/
Sure.
B/P. BNP. Peanut butter and jelly. Something.
8.
Weapon enhancement 0/0/0. Your critical
It's like a
is ×2.
Oops, ×2. Range doesn't have that.
Okay, and then let's see. Ammunition 0, damage. Yeah.
1d8. Just having. Oh wait, why did I put it there? Oops.
Yeah. And then your damage is 1d8. Awesome. Then what I like to do is do attack and damage as a single roll. So you see there'll be a single attack and then a single end damage.
Just like 1 sec. I'll roll
Yeah,
the test. There you go.
max damage.
How do you do that?
Okay, let's go to Mr. Rain of Spades. Yeah, weapon. Right at the top there, on the weapon there, there's attack and
Yep.
damage separate roll, and then attack and damage single roll. And it's like a little,
Okay.
it's a little thing that you could press.
Neat.
Indeed.
I probably hit for minimum damage. Nice.
Hell yeah, one
Really making the
damage.
most of those bolts.
Let's see.
There it is.
30 feet of speed. And then we get nothing. Yeah.
Okay.
Where is the there it is. Add back. Quantity 1. How much do backpacks weigh? Like 2 pounds, question mark?
Yeah, I think it's 2 pounds.
I think it depends on type of backpack, but yeah, I think the general one is 2, and then there's like traveler's pack or something, which is like 5. Which, like, if you really think about it, there's not a lot of point in having a backpack if you're a normal adventurer. Like, obviously, as a peasant, yeah, there's a lot of reasons to have a backpack. But, like, as guy, more questionable. 2 gold. Add what's the weight of the light crossbow? Light crossbow. Quantity 1. Value 35. Weight 4 pounds. Sheesh. Twice as heavy as my empty backpack, dude.
You guys just have normal movement speed, I think, eh? 30 movement speed.
Yeah. You might have flight. Question mark. Do you? Do you
Pretty
have
sure
flying?
fairies have flight. It's
No.
in when they're in their winged thing, but I don't think I think I'm just landlocked since I'm a chud right now.
Ah, makes sense. Makes vestigial wings not strong enough to lift you off ground yet.
Wait, do fairy? I don't think fairy get wings.
I think
No,
it's
they
one of
do.
their choices.
It's fairy land speed is 30 feet. When they're winged form, they may fly at a speed of 40, rating of 4. I wasn't sure if I was
What?
just landlocked or it's like right next to their size.
Fairy. Oh. I didn't fucking know that.
Does that mean Polo can fly? And she's just never figured that out yet.
Yeah, what? Yeah, it's not on the abilities or traits section. So it's like how would
That's
you
so-
know?
Yeah, that's one of those ones where it's like, yeah, it's weird.
Demonic abilities, elven traits, change shape. I wonder if they're using change shape to turn into something. I don't know. Dimension door,
naturally
range
have,
reduction.
Wings. They're just weak because like so their real lore in Faerun is a tribe of drow hated Loth. Like they don't like, but if you hate Lolth, you're dead by Drow society. So they went off and they crossbred to the point of like technical extinction where they're not Drow anymore with succubus, like with succubus and incubus, who had taken them in, and then that's how the Faerie were born by the crossbreeding of the lesser demonic races and a tribe of exiled Drow. So they have wings in their natural form, but oftentimes with shape change, they turn to look like just a guy or whoever they're infiltrating.
Huh. I'll have to message Rob and Courtney about this because maybe update like some kind of... Yeah. That is very interesting.
Yeah, I assumed it was like one of the choices of the 4 choices. Like, oh, you know, because I saw one was DR, like some are passive and some are like once a day actives sort of deal. So
Oh. Yo, Live and Let Die. Did you know the Faerie can fly? Because Polo has wings, apparently. It's not on any of the traits. It's not like their fly speed is not as a trait, but they legit have wings and a fly speed, like as like a stat block.
I believe first session back to Twin Tails in. Polo realizes for the first time ever, oh wait, I have wings.
Should I note down fly speed, or since I'm a Chud commoner, I just don't have that?
I think that's up to you if you want wings or not.
Wings would be pretty cool, especially since my stats are...
All right.
My stats
can
are
have
so
wings.
beautiful. Poor maneuverability.
Enervation is such a crazy ability to have at level 1.
I know, right?
If you had the demonic ability, holy shit. It's like,
I can't
oh,
wait.
yeah, levels goodbye.
I miss when the enemies were alive and not withered husks.
Yeah.
To be fair, color spray's the same way. Like, it dead ass carries so hard at low level. One cast of color spray, assuming you're fighting like creatures that are actually on par with your level, like obviously it falls off at like beyond level 5. But like literally it just gives them a seizure and they die. And if they don't die, they're stunned, which means they die because you coup de grace them next turn. Like, it is unironically, in my opinion, color spray is the most overpowered first level spell because it's based off of hit die, but it's literally just like it's pretty much a you die period spell because it's either you fail and you die, you succeed and you get coup de graced,
Yeah.
or you succeed really good but can't fight anymore because you have a status effect that, like, at level 3 reduces your attacks by 2, which is pretty much just saying you don't have a BAB anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, color spray's pretty good.
It was so good in Neverwinter. Like, it saved my ass so bad playing as solo wizard. Really not recommended playthrough, by the way. The solo fucking wizard. Yes, you're gonna protect me so I can color spray the enemies?
You will be protected, don't worry.
The meat shield of 6 HP.
Exactly.
You have one more HP than me. Get in front of me.
I really wish the self-centered flaw was real, dude. Because it's like you can't help other people flank, you're easier to be flanked, and you can't benefit from flank ever. And I was like, damn, if that was real, I would take it in a heartbeat. I'm just being like, haha.
Yeah, other than that, let's see. Probably. Let's see. There's making money with downtime. Unskilled labor, which kind of talked about that. The skilled labor is like apparently 3 silver pieces per day, and then I think there's bonuses for rolling well. And then crafting and selling your creations and stuff like that. But we're gonna talk about some special rules and bonuses that might come up.
Okay.
So number 1, having quality food, expensive, exquisite food will give you morale bonuses, depending on what you eat. And I'll probably get a list of cool shit and give them all like weird bonuses. Shitty food will give you negatives. So if you're eating rations all the time, your morale is gonna drop. Number 3, to heal HP, it's going to take twice as long until you reach your first or maybe even your second level. Definitely first. 2 days of full bed rest will gain your 1 HP. If you want to increase it to 1 per day, it's going to need a heal check. A doctor, you could pay a doctor to heal you. It'll cost, but you could heal 2 per day. But obviously pretty expensive in your case.
Yeah.
Number 4, clothing will affect your diplomacy and intimidation versus certain groups. Stuff like peasant clothing, rich people and ultra rich are gonna hate you, basically. You just get like negatives to diplomacy and intimidation. If you have like better clothing, you'll be more respected with those groups of people, but peasant people will hate you more.
Okay.
Stuff like that. And that's kind of like what I'm thinking for just to add some like weird bonuses to like actually like making clothing matter.
So what if
Mm-hmm.
I splurge a lot of money and I buy peasant clothes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I give them the artisanal upgrade that gives me a diplomatic bonus. So I'm wearing the most expensive peasant clothes around.
Yeah, that could probably work.
I get bonuses with everyone.
Yeah. Yeah,
I know
that could be a
100 gold
workaround. Just have
aspiration.
to spend the money.
It's a crazy thing to say out loud, though. Artisanal peasant clothes. Very in vogue this time of year.
Yeah. The masterwork peasant clothes.
It's actually a thing. One second. There's if you go into enchantments list, enchantments 3.5, there are artisanal enchantments, which are essentially rather than being real enchantments, when an item is being created, you add to the item creation DC to give it like a special bonus. And so one of them for armor is to be ornate. So like particularly fancy and nice and whatever. But, and it gives you like some moderate benefits, but nothing crazy. By price.
Yeah, that could probably work. We'll see how it, maybe there'll be like weird things that happen. People will be like, oh, that's peasant clothing, but it looks really nice.
I'm starting a brand. Okay, yeah, I gotta know these things.
when you get rich, are you also going to hate the poor? Are you going to become one of those rich people that you once hated? Maybe things to think about.
I think the who I hate is the least of my concerns. I think it's you know, I said I ascribe to be evil. You know? Right. So I think it's not about who I hate, it's about how much I hate everyone equally. I'm an equal opportunity hater.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Damn. Okay. Other than that, yeah, the whole thing with the HP, you know, yeah, healing will be a little bit more, you know, getting hurt as a commoner will be more detrimental for, you know, your work life. So, you know, getting into combat, probably not the best idea if you want to, you know, be trying to make as much money as possible.
True.
And yeah, you know, as soon as you get that first level, it'll be golden. You know, you won't have to worry about no heal checks, or, you know, you'll be officially grabbing your first class and becoming on your way to becoming a badass, maybe.
Really made you with his bills.
That's pretty much everything I've got. Like, until you guys figure out, I think the rest of your, I think most of the character is done. You just have to maybe come up with some of your backstory on maybe how you got to this island. Have you lived here the whole time? Have you been traveling the whole time? Maybe you got stuck here. What are your plans? Do you plan to, like, go to the north? Do you plan to go to the south where all the greenery is? Do you like dragons? Do you hate dragons? You know, all that stuff. Maybe the breath stinks.
It probably does.
Yeah, that's that'll be some things to think about before we start the session next week or whenever. I definitely need your first ambition.
Okay.
Like 100%. 100%. And you guys can bounce like ideas between each other if you want to make something that, like, you know, meshes well. And if you have any questions about lore, I can give you a couple things since you are, like, travelers. But yeah.
Okay. One question, because I didn't ever say my initial idea for the last one. So, how much value? This is a really fucked up question. Okay. How much value does a single human life have in gold pieces?
I don't know. It probably depends on the person you ask.
Yeah.
A noble might say, oh yeah, peasants are worth coppers. But you talk to a poor person, they might say, oh, my life's worth so much. It's, you know, gold. Maybe 50 gold, you know, stuff like that.
50 gold as self-worth is crazy, bro.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I would never sell myself for that, or for that much, or, you know, like, it's like stuff like that.
True. Yeah, so what are we thinking about for 1,000 gold inspiration is to get away with the taking of a life as, like, a final journey onto the path of evil.
Too easy.
Too easy?
Yeah, that's too easy. That's
getting
like,
away with murder is okay. Damn.
like, if that's like, Mm, I would say that's even like 10 gold pieces at that point, because any person can just like, oh, I stabbed the homeless bum in the back alley, you know, like
Hmm.
it's a bit too easy.
Okay.
Unless if you're
You know,
talking as like, oh, I want 1,000 gold pieces might be worth like I kill the king, or I kill the baron of a piece of land over here, or you know.
Hmm.
Is that their
I see.
aspiration? They want to kill someone famous, someone they despise, or
You know, I was thinking about this in the way of like I said, everything about this character is meant to have philosophical implications. So I was thinking about it in the way of uh, in DC Comics, you know, there's gonna be a lot of weird references throughout this campaign, I assure you. In DC Comics, there's a comic that centers around Doomsday, the big enemy of Superman, you know, where
oh yeah.
he's like this alien who's like pretty much meant to kill everything, and he's like the super soldier project gone wrong and
Mm-hmm.
outlived his own civilization, where it's like every time he dies, he comes back with an adaptation for that thing. And so in one of it, he just doesn't understand people. He doesn't get them at all. And his thought is, well, he goes and he saves a kid whose cat is stuck in a tree. And so he does everything he can to ingratiate himself among people just to see like why Superman doesn't kill. Where it's like he ingratiates himself amongst these people, and then at the end, after he's ingratiated them to himself, he kills them to see if he feels anything.
Mm.
And so it's meant to, you know, another more, I suppose, recent version of that is in Frieren, there's a demon, not to spoil because this one is actually a more popular and more recent anime. In Frieren, there's a demon who asks the same question of why can't humans and demons coexist? You know, why can't they? And you probably are thinking, oh, so he's like a good guy among the demons. No, he still sees absolutely zero value in human life. He's just like, he went out and he like befriended a bunch of humans. And he did this for 40 years, like a long time, where he helped like live in prosperity and bring peace between the two races.
Yeah.
Just to destroy the whole city to see if he could understand humans. Because he wanted to understand human emotions. And so it's a thing where they asked, well, have you ever considered to understand humans, you should stop killing them? And he's like, he didn't understand the question. And it's an intriguing philosophical standpoint. But perhaps, yes. And I'm thinking about it because I do see what you're saying. It might be too easy. And I kind of have one for 100 with the peasant clothes thing. I think that would actually be a decent aspiration for the midway point of to get a proper stage costume that would stay, like, you know, not one that just gets thrown away or like a one-time thing or whatever the normal clothes are, but like I get proper fancy clothing, like to start a brand essentially, you know, like artisanal. Maybe it's just basic sailor clothing, but it's like artisanal and make and model so that it stands out amongst the rest.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good one for 100, but the 10 and the 1000 are difficult, I must admit.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I got anything else for you, man. What about you, Jester?
I think I'm good. I'll have to think hard on what I want my character stuff to be though.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm pretty good for.
Yeah, like stat wise, there's not really much that we need to do for you, and
Yeah.
yeah. Alrighty. I think that's pretty much everything, and we can probably end here.
Okie spelokey, sounds good.
I will probably raid into someone. But yeah. Everyone, thank you for watching. Make sure to check out Jester and that's gonna
And Minnie.
no, I was gonna call you Make It Rain.
Oh.
Rain of Spades. Yeah, go check out these gooners. Yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching, everyone. And I hope you guys enjoyed character creation with Jester and Rain. Can't wait to see what they end up doing for their first session.
Yeah. Bye, chat.
All right,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.